As I mentioned earlier at the beginning of the week, that we're in the bar mitzvah mode. We have 2 grandsons bar mitzvah this week. So I want to share with you a little synopsis, part of the speech that the bar mitzvah boy made. And this is very relevant to all of us. Not just a speech, but there's some very practical ramifications. And I'll tell you soon what I mean. But before that, let us all say thank you to Hashem for all the miracles. General, Eretz Yisrael, Mizmor l'soid oril Adonai kol ha'artz ivdes Adonai v'simcha bo lefanav v'nono d'uki Adonai u'elim hu asonu v'lo enachna amo v'tzei marisoi bo yishor v'soid lechatzoros v'sil ahoydo levoch shemoi ki tov Adonai le'olam chasdo v'yado v'odor emunasoi. And let us give some tzedakah. And let's do it together, which has the greatest power. Now, a quick question. What is the first mitzvah that a bar mitzvah boy has to do? A boy turns 13, he has to do the first mitzvah. Usually the answer will be, obviously, it's putting on tefillin. Friends, no. The first mitzvah that his bar mitzvah boy has to do when he turned 13 is say the Shema, the night. Because the way God created the world, Vayi Erev, Vayi Voiker, it was night and then day. So he turns 13 as soon as it's night. So at night there's a mitzvah of saying Shema, B'shar b'cho v'kumecha. We have to recite the Shema twice a day, once in the morning, once at night. But the night really comes before the morning. But here is a direct connection between the Shema and the Tefillin, because the mitzvah of Tefillin is in Shema. Ukshartom la'ois al yodecha, you will bind it as a sign on your hand, v'hoya l'toitofos bein einecha, and there shall be for a reminder between the eyes. So that's the mitzvah of Tefillin. So we know the mitzvah of Tefillin. First we put it on the left arm. That is, if you're a righty. If you're a leftist, then you put it on the right hand. Because we put it on the weaker hand. Yadcha, Yadkeya, the weak hand. And then we put it on the head. We say the first blessing, or the one blessing, Asher kiddushanu b'mitzvoseh v'tzvanu l'niach tefillin, that we commanded us, sanctified us with the mitzvah of putting on tefillin. Most people do not make a second blessing on the tefillin for the head, which is a lengthy discussion, the halachic opinions. Do we have to make a second bracha? We don't make a second bracha. Most people do not. Some do. But here is a question. What happens if for whatever reason you only have one of them? Either you only have the one for the arm, or you have only the one for the head. Whatever the circumstances are is irrelevant. That's all the person has. Should he put it on? Is it considered a mitzvah? Is it considered a half a mitzvah? No, we're not supposed to do half a mitzvahs. I don't know if it's a comparison, but if you have a half a mezuzah, are you going to put it on? It's a half a mitzvah. Or if a person, God forbid, doesn't have a left arm, either by birth or an accident, still have to put on the one for the head. Really the question is the hand tefillin, the head tefillin considered one mitzvah or 2 separate commandments? If it's one commandment, then we don't do no half a mitzvahs. If it's 2 separate commandments, but they just tied together, they're done at the same time, then it's obvious that 2 separate mitzvahs, just like usually we put on a talis and then the tefillin, we can put on tefillin without the talis, and we can put on the talis without the tefillin. So the Rabbi points out, when we look in the verse, we see the verse makes a distinction between the one for the hand, for the arm and the one for the head. Which says, "Ukshartam la'os al yodecha," you should bind it on your arm, and v'hoye l'toitafes beinenecha, and there should be as a reminder on your head. So there's two things. There is binding and a reminder. So obviously from the pasuk itself, it's two separate mitzvahs. Either way, my friends, put them on.